Hello everybody and welcome back to Season 3 of Adults Craft. This is APM, Adults Play Minecraft. So previously we have been on Adults Play Java, but we have now moved over to the Adults Play Minecraft server, which is a cross-play server between Bedrock and Java. That took me way too many takes. But this is episode 0. What is episode 0? This is a catch-up style video for those of you that perhaps haven't watched any of my previous stuff, haven't watched my streams before, and I've just arrived on my content sphere, I guess. Because there is a lot of continuation and a lot of story going on in different parts of, well, everything. So I wanted to make this to just be like, hey, if you don't get what's going on, watch this video and it'll hopefully explain it to you. So this is Spawn of Season 3. Oops, this is more confusing than I thought it would be. This is Spawn. This was like pre-built by Lena and I. It's got the Season 2.5 house. This is the spawn point. So this is my Self's potion shop, but we'll keep that out of view a minute because this is what we pre-built. And this is Spawn, basically, and then these two statues are a nod to the UHC that we've previously had in the network, because these style of statues were surrounding the deathmatch arena. And then in here we have some custom villages, and this cave is kind of a nod to the Big Dig, which was a big project for me, and you know. Then we have Chicken Liberty, because Master Chicken is our mascot. So that's the intro to that. So why am I talking like this? Well, because the way I'm doing my series this year is I'm not doing a typical Let's Play. I'm not going to be talking to you like this. This isn't going to happen hardly ever. The way the narration's going to work is there will be other characters talking that you will be introduced to in the next episode. But for now, know that when you hear me speak, it is meant to be me, the koala, the character that is my koala, right? That, but is actually me. I don't know if that bit makes sense, but the rest I hope will make sense. So some other characters that you may have missed along the way, I'm going to put pictures up in the left and right of the screen so that it's easier for you to like follow along, I hope. So first of all, we have someone who is very important to most of the storylines that have happened recently, and that is Pufferfish Dan. Dan was a pufferfish that situated Tundra 9, check her out on Twitch. In Season 2.5, I went around and put some pufferfish everywhere, and then Tundra killed the pufferfish, and I was like, you killed Dan, and this whole nonsense followed, which was basically me mourning the loss of my puffer lover fish, because I was like going along with the idea that this pufferfish was like my one true love and stuff, and it is a continuing joke right now actually. But that in turn inspired the ending of Season 2. Season 2 for me on Adults Play Java is just like a really big leap for me, I think, content creating wise. But the characters that you've been introduced to in that season, first of all, there's Master Chicken, right? I think that one is obvious to most people that know of Adults Craft at all, that know our content. Master Chicken is the mascot, and he is basically just like, you know, an overarching person in the network. But yes, the origin of Master Chicken can be found on the Adults Craft website. I will link that in the description below if you want to know more about the lore behind Master Chicken, that it doesn't involve me. So next up, I think most people that know my content are familiar with the Iron Menace, but perhaps not the entirety of the story. So I will go in a little bit more depth. So on Season 2, we had an iron shop, and it was mysteriously being restocked, and we were all just kind of like, who's restocking it? Because the person that owned the iron shop left the server. He didn't come back. So I decided to make this storyline out of playing the detective role, trying to find out who this person was. There was like little clues left around, and people were getting involved, and it was really cool. And the end result of that was that the Iron Menace kind of became too powerful, right? He wanted everything, and that caused the end of the world. At least in my storyline, it caused the end of the world, which is why we all needed to go on to the next season, which is this season. Other things to note is that the mid-season 2.5 in my storyline, it was a dream world that we had been put into, but we were all kind of there together. It's very sci-fi inspired. So we were all kind of on the same wavelength in the dream space reality stuff. I don't know. It's space. It's sci-fi. It doesn't have to make sense, right? But yeah, I don't know if I'm explaining this very well, but I hope I am. Okay, this is like a little insert because I forgot a couple things. So basically, there's also this running joke with the color magenta. As you might be able to see on my bodysuit, there is hints of magenta. That will be explained in the future. So where did magenta come from? Well, the origin of magenta is basically in season 2. Fisher King Craft, check him out on Twitch, link below, was making I think it's like a snowball spleef arena, and there was just some running jokes in the Twitch comment section about adding the color magenta, and it became a running joke on the server. And then in season 2.5, I built the magenta monster. Hopefully that will be on screen somewhere. And magenta's just been like a long running joke, and that's just where it stems from. It's just, there isn't really too much origin there. It's just, this build's missing something. Magenta. You know, that sort of thing. It's a pretty simple joke. It's nothing that deep, but it's kind of evolved into maybe its own story. Maybe a little spoiler for you there. But yeah, we saw a glimpse of the magenta monster in 2.5. Obviously, it's a dream world, so it's part of a nightmare, is my thought to it. So the way I interpreted it, like I said, is that within this dream world, there was a nightmare. It's especially a nightmare for Roadkill Panda, who has started the trend Barney must die. That hurt Maggie's feelings a lot. Maggie shall be back in season 3. Other things I think I missed actually was I didn't explain the end of Pufferfish Dan. So Pufferfish Dan stayed behind to save the world and sent us all off in our pods. You will kind of see that in the beginning of episode 1. But yeah, back to previous me. But I think that's kind of caught up to where we are now. Oh, the Iron Menace was unmasked to be none other than Big Funny Sheep. Big Funny Sheep had a rebrand to Richie Smalls. Check him out on Twitch. So the fact that the Iron Menace was defeated is very cohesive with everything else that goes on, because Big Funny Sheep is no more. He went through a rebrand, unrelated to any of the Iron Menace stuff, I want to point out, but he did go through a rebrand, so everything kind of makes sense in my universe. There isn't any continuation errors because he doesn't come back. But yeah, I think that's it. I've waffled on for way too long. Very exciting things to come, and I hope that makes sense, and that I've explained everybody that's meant to be somebody, I guess. I really hope you guys enjoyed this season. I've put a lot of work into it, and I'm going to continue to put a lot of work into it. It's not going to be weekly episodes. I can't even guarantee it's going to be every other week. It's kind of just going to be as they are ready, because each episode is going to take a different amount of time to set up, to make. There's going to be a lot of story, there's going to be a lot of dramatics, there's going to be a lot of fun. So I really hope you guys join me on this journey. I get that the style perhaps isn't going to be for everybody. I appreciate the support nonetheless. Epitest from Chaos Gaming, thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. And until next time. Bye, YouTube.